Hey guys, you asked for a guide to healthy Aldi meals, and I'll definitely get to that quickly, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about nutrition before I show you guys some meals you can throw together from Aldi. Almost everything's from Aldi, but I'm going to kind of explain with the voiceover so you understand like how to throw the meals together and what ingredients you need. So let's start off with saying nutrition is probably the biggest thing that I feel like a lot of my clients are lacking when they come to me. So I start them on this 1-2-1 method of the plate. So it's very easy and very simple if you need to eyeball things and you're not one to measure or do things in MyFitnessPal, or you're not doing meal plans, which is something I do for all of my clients, which makes a huge difference in their success. But meal planning is a game changer. So if you're not doing any of that, here's another good thing to follow. Plate method. So I divide the plate in half. One portion is going to be all protein. The other half is going to be your carb and your fat. So, your carb and your vegetable. So the good thing to think is a lot of you are probably doing half and half, or maybe like a quarter is probably your protein and you're not eating as much as you think you should be eating. But I want you to do at least half of the plate protein and then your veggies and your carbs. So when I say carbs, I'm talking healthy, starchy, complex starch carbs. So like your potatoes, your jasmine rice, that kind of thing. The jasmine rice is a little bit better than the white rice. It processes in your body a little bit differently than regular white rice. But honestly, I probably haven't eaten brown rice in a million years. It's really not any better for you than the other rices. Okay, plate method, half protein, right? I want you to focus on that. Another thing I kind of wanted to show you guys is I say recently, probably the past few years, I have not used plastic in forever. I switched to glass a few years ago, and it's been the best and easiest cleanup because like your spaghetti sauces, like any saucy, any gravy, anything like that, it doesn't stain anything. I don't know the name of these. LL maybe. These are from Costco. My Pyrex is from Costco as well. These are from Costco. I probably haven't purchased containers in 3 years, so they last forever. I highly recommend switching to glass if you have not done so yet. Another quick thing I want to chat with you about before we talk about the Aldi haul and before my kids start hollering in the background. Oh, there we go. It's like they heard me. Prep, different ways you can prep. This is just like some things I kind of want to just go over with y'all because I feel like it'll help a lot of you. So if you want to prep, if you work outside of the home, I recommend portioning all your foods out into little containers like this so you could just heat up and leave, right? If not, like I'm home, when I'm home and I'm not working in the field and I'm not on the road, I prep in bulk like this. Like I'm going to put all my chicken in here, all my rice in a different one, all my broccoli in a different one, instead of portioning things out into chicken, rice, and broccoli. Like everything for that meal needs to be portioned out and weighed, or however you do it, needs to be in these containers. So again, if you want to think of the plate method as the container, you want half of the plate to be your protein, and then the other half you're going to switch between your carb and your veggie. So you can do the same quote unquote plate method, my 1-2-1 method, with these containers too. You just have to eyeball it and portion it out a little bit better. Prepping in bulk is also an option if you're one to stay at home and you have to just like heat up your meals. You just heat up your meals like before, when it's time to eat. So that method, there's two different things that I help my clients with. Meal planning is a game changer for them. I plan everything out. I tell them how much to eat, what to eat. They don't have to think about anything. Not everybody wants that. So that's where this plate method comes in. I just give them my cookbooks, and you're also going to get, a bunch of recipes with this video with the Aldi haul. So that's where this comes in, where you want to eyeball your stuff and make half of it. Now this is a fairly big plate. Honestly, if I fill this plate up with protein, veggie, and a carb, I'm not going to eat all this. This is a lot. I usually do the small dinner, like the side plates. That's what I'm eating my dinner on. And that also makes a difference. Are you eating your dinner on something that's entirely too large and you're thinking you need to eat this much carb? That might be a whole cup. So maybe you need a smaller plate. But it still helps you understand how much protein versus veggie and carb that you need to be eating. So before I go over my Aldi haul, I am going to explain not everything is going to be filmed at Aldi. I started filming it and my kids were just absolutely nuts. During the entire time we were only at Aldi for like 20 minutes and it was just the worst experience ever. So I tried to video as much as I could. It's not going to be ingredients of 1 tablespoon of mayo and a little bit of lime juice or whatever. It's just going to be ideas. This is a meal idea. This is a meal idea. This is something. And then the sauces, there's a few things you'll see that I have filmed at home. Those are because I want my sugar-free teriyaki sauce, and I like the buffalo sauce that I have in this video. I like that brand over just some random brand you're probably going to find at Aldi, which I couldn't even find teriyaki or buffalo. So those things you can get at Walmart, Rouse's as well. So let's go ahead and talk about the meal ideas you have for this video. If you find this helpful and you're interested in help with nutrition, I would absolutely love to help you. But if not, I hope you find this very helpful with at least some ideas that you can get from Aldi that are healthy and probably some stuff your kids are probably going to eat too. So let's switch on over. First meal is chicken Alfredo. I do like to add a little bit of broccoli to this to kind of hide it from me and my kids. Now I am going to put just a little bit of yogurt to this to make it super creamy and add protein. And of course you can use regular noodles, just portion it out. Next is teriyaki bowls and the sugar-free sauce you can find from Walmart, of course, with broccoli. That way you can utilize all your groceries in one sitting with jasmine rice. Then buffalo chicken wraps, where you're going to do some chicken breast with the same yogurt, a little bit of ranch sauce, and this buffalo sauce. You're going to mix the yogurt, the ranch, and the buffalo first, then add the canned chicken, and then you can do this with a low-carb tortilla. Mexican street corn tacos, we're going to take this steak and put taco seasoning on it and marinate it in a little bit of olive oil and lime juice. Serve with a low carb tortilla and mix a little bit of mayo with your corn and maybe lettuce if you have it. Alright, hope that helped you guys have some ideas for some meals for you and your family from Aldi. Now, most of these, if I don't have any veggies or anything, that's because I usually add a side of like tomatoes and cucumbers since it's summer now. But you can, of course, add any veggies you need to any meal to really add some fiber and fill you up. But let me know if this helps and hope you guys enjoy.